I'm pleased to be joined on Primetime Local News today by Leah Marlene. And Leah, thank you for joining us. I know you have a busy day and you're involved in so many things, so we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Well, Leah, I want to talk about you as a musician. You are working on so many different things. You have your own material and you're producing, but let's talk about your music first. Where are you at, and when are you going to be coming out with some new songs, and kind of, I guess, talk a little bit about your career?
So I have released a few projects in the past, but right now I am currently working on an album that is set to release in at the end of October / early November. I think singles will start coming out at the end of October, and then the album will come a few weeks after that. So I've just been getting into producing my own stuff fully in the past year, honestly, very majorly in quarantine, which has been a very exciting thing. I've never given myself the space to do that, so that's very fun. And I've also been producing with one of my friends, Taryn Fairchild. We just released a track called Mr. Genie. It is very fun. I would definitely recommend checking it out. But so that's what I'm currently up to, and it's really fun to just start recording tracks that I have been sitting on for a very long time. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for this project to come out in a few months.
Now, you are in Illinois, is that correct, Leah?
Yes, I'm in Illinois right now. I go to college in Nashville at Belmont University, but I am remote this semester, so I'm doing all Zoom classes and all that fun stuff. So.
And you were actually born in Canada, and your dad is, for those who don't know, Derry, who is the guitarist from Honeymoon Suite, been around, obviously, a Canadian classic band for a long time. So I'm guessing maybe he helped you a little bit in the early years especially?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. So I was born in Toronto, and I didn't live there for very long, but I totally caught the music bug from my dad, and he taught me everything with guitar and songwriting, and just being in a house full of music all the time totally just formed my whole existence. So I've learned pretty much everything from him, and he's kind of like been his knowledge has been the foundation for everything that I've then stepped on to do without him. But especially also gigging in the early days, I'd always play with my dad when I was like in 3rd grade through like high school. It was so fun. We'd always play together. It was very sweet. So yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
And you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, you're only, is it 19 now?
Yeah, I'm 19 now.
So when did you start? When did you kind of, I know you said that obviously you were quite young, but is this something where, you know, kindergarten, you pick up a guitar and you start, playing around with it a little bit, or has it been pretty much your entire life?
Yeah, so I mean, I was singing since I came out the womb, but actually playing instruments, like learning them, not just like banging on them. I think I started piano lessons in like 1st grade or something around there. I hated it. My dad wanted me to learn piano before guitar, so I did it for a little bit. And then I really started learning guitar around 3rd grade. So I was like probably 8, and I started like professionally gigging around 4th grade, like 9 years old. But I played like and sang for the first time in like 3rd grade, a few 3rd grade talent shows and stuff. And then 4th grade on, I just started gigging, and it got a lot more busy and a lot more committed as it went on. So.
And was singing something that came naturally to you, or did you have to take lessons? Some people I know are just gifted and just get up there and they're good to go. But did you have to take any vocal training at all?
Oh, I've definitely had vocal training from some wonderful people that have been like instrumental in my music career so far. But it also was a very natural thing. Like when I was younger, if you go, my YouTube channel goes all the way back to like when I was 8, so you can see pre-lessons and during my first lessons, you can see the whole progression. It's very funny, but yeah, so it was very natural. Like it was something that came easier to me, but it was not. It had a lot of refining to be done. There's been a lot of practice and a lot of people that have poured a lot into it that I'm like so grateful for.
So Leah, how would you describe your style of music? I've listened to some of it, and there's, some rock feel, there's some kind of folk feel. Is it maybe tough to put a category on it, or do you try and just whatever comes out, comes out?
Yeah, I love that question because there's not really an answer. So what's out right now is kind of like my first, I don't know, like 6 months of co-writing in Nashville. That was the first time I ever co-wrote. So I didn't really have anything refined at that point. That was like, but it was a very like instrumental part of my development in that, right? So there's a lot of sounds that the world has not heard since then that are more primarily like where I'm at. But I love funky stuff like jazz and bluesy stuff. I love folk and Americana and just like emo stuff too in that category. And then yeah, rock and like I don't know, literally anything. So I think I'm kind of releasing stuff in like a mood / genre collection kind of thing, but it really like I'm never writing to fit in any sort of box. I just like whatever is coming through me, I'm not going to restrict that. And like I guess my genre would be authentic. if that's not cheesy to say, like just whatever is authentic, that's my genre.
Well, Leah, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And if anybody would like information or they want to listen to your music, obviously I see it's on Spotify, social media, what's the best way to reach you?
Thank you so much for having me, first of all. And as far as social media goes, all of my social media is under Leah Marlene or Leah Marlene Music. So if you type that in, I'm active on Instagram and Facebook, a little bit on YouTube, and all that jazz. I also have a website, and definitely check out my Spotify and such things to get prepped for new music coming.
All right. Well, thanks again for speaking with us. We'll talk to you again soon once you have everything released. So please keep in touch. And your music is just amazing. Like listening to it for the first time, the vocals are just incredible. So I'm glad that your dad was there to help you out, but clearly you're making it very fine on your own. So thanks again, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.